Well, 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 look what the cat drug in. The sassy sea monkey begs for my attention yet again for another debunk. What he's doing here is another Gish Gallop mixed with false equivalences and ethno-political baiting. So what he posted versus what it actually means. The Guardian article he's waving around isn't about black Americans, the Yucatan, or ancestry at all. It's about Spain expressing diplomatic regret for colonial violence against Mexican indigenous people, Aztec, Mixtec, Maya, etc. It's a symbolic political statement between governments, not even reparations. Not a racial or genealogical statement. Spain did not say Mexicans are the descendants of all indigenous people of the Americas. They said we recognize colonial injustice committed in Mexico. So when Mossy Warrior says, see, Mexicans are the descendants of the first Americans, he's twisting a diplomatic apology into a racial claim that Mexico somehow represents all indigenous American peoples, which is completely false. Why Mossy Warrior clans are you Mexican jab is nonsense. He's trying to equate my own Yucatan Patriclan result DNA signal that I got from both Ancestry and 23andMe because they don't have a complete data set on my southeastern woodland Muskogean lineage. He tries to clump me in with other individuals that look towards mostly Mexico rather than talking about the specific tribe in the United States. He thinks I'm one of these Negroes just obsessively talking about only pyramids when I'm not talking about the Mississippian connection towards the Olmecs or anything like that. This is his scientifically and historically ignorant statement. Here's the reality. Commercial DNA panels like 23andMe and Ancestry have very few reference samples, especially from the southeastern woodlands and northeastern woodlands in the United States that's relevant to black Americans, especially Muskogean, Yamasee, Pee Catawba, Cheraw, or Gullah Indian populations that's relevant to my genetics. Because of the gap, their algorithm mislabels southeastern woodland ancestry as Yucatan Peninsula or Mesoamerica due to ancient shared indigenous genetic markers. It doesn't mean I have recent Mexican ancestor. It means that the database is missing the proper reference populations from my region. So when my report says indigenous Americans, Yucatan Peninsula, it's a proxy, not a nationality. That's region signal often overlaps with southeastern U.S. indigenous DNA because both descend from older Gulf coastal and Caribbean migration routes. His Gish Gallop strategy, Mossy Warrior clan's pattern is the same every time. Post a mainstream headline, Spain apologized to Mexico or whatever, insert a straw man, therefore all indigenous ancestry equates to Mexican. Side note, this nigga also post up a random DNA test from a person that was formerly homeless gathering saliva from West African randoms to say, oh, hey, y'all are African slaves based off of this woman collecting spit from these random Africans. Tag opponents to force us into debating irrelevant points. Move goalposts. If you correct him, he'll pivot into, but Africa is the motherland, etc. It's designed to drown us into tangent and make casual viewers think he won by volume, not substance. The right move is to refocus. That article has nothing to do with my ancestry or southeastern natives. Spain apologizing for Aztec conquest doesn't make me Mexican. Just like Italy apologizing for the Moors wouldn't make Nigerians Italians, nigga. Mesoamerica does not equate to southeastern woodlands. The civilization of Tenochtitlan or Teotihuacan and even the Yucatan were thousands of miles and cultural worlds apart from the Muskogee, Yamasee, and Catawba territories. Shared genetic signals exist because indigenous people across the Americas descend from related Paleo-American and archaic Gulf lineages. That doesn't collapse them into one Mexican ethnicity, Black American Southeastern Native ancestry is documented in colonial rolls, court cases, and treaties, not Mexican history, e.g., Yamasee War records, Creek Freedman rolls, and PD oral histories, etc. Spain's weak-ass apology with a lack of reparations was to Mexicans for the 16th century colonial crimes, not a statement about whose all indigenous Americans are. My DNA shows a Yucatan proxy because Southeastern Native panels are missing, not because I'm Mexican. Nice try, though. Conflating diplomacy with genealogical evidence is peak pseudo Mossy Warrior Clan, or should I say Musty Wee COONs.